Hey guys, I've got a really short tutorial today about Unity UIs, and sometimes when you're making your Unity UI, you'll see that the UI is not always positioned in the best place possible, because you might play your game and realise that when you change the resolution, all the UIs are not moved and not in the exact corners that you specified, because when you look at your canvas you're thinking, oh well, I put the UI elements in these corners and they're not sitting in the corners that I wanted. Now, it's a really easy fix, and it's something that you always want to keep in mind when you're doing any sort of UI work, is that, say I set the default resolution just to 1080p, and this is exactly where you want it, and that's all well and good. That's great, but now what you can do is, if you select any one of your UI elements that you might have, I've just got a button as an example. You can see the button in the top left here. Now you can see that there's something called, where the transforms are, we've got an anchor point, and we can set that the anchor point is currently at the center middle. Now, if this button that we've got, for an example, wants to be sat in the top left, you want to select the top left actual anchor point, and it won't make any difference to the actual look of the button. It will just make sure that it's always positioned, no matter the resolution that we choose, in this top left. And similar with the other button that we've got, we can set that to top left. And now you can see that if we go back into game view and we switch to 440p, you'll see that these two buttons stayed in exactly the same place, but it was only these two buttons that had not set the anchor points on that moved. So similarly with this one in the top right, we can do the same. We can set the actual anchor point to top right, and this bottom one here to bottom right. And you can see, depending on where you want your actual UI to be positioned, you want to anchor it to that point. So no matter what the resolution changes to, you always get something in the perfect place. And I think I just had two buttons here. So hopefully this helped you out, and thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers.